Welcome to Happy Hour episode 5. Last week I told you that I'm going to talk about digital advertising in episode 5. So this is where I am. It's going to be a quick crash course on digital advertising. And I'm going to talk about the 4 basic ways of advertising on the internet. So number 1, display banner advertising, the most traditional. No, I'm not talking about those irritating pop-up banners anymore, but the market's evolved. So in display advertising, you essentially have 2 basic kinds of advertising. Number 1, what's called as premium advertising, which works very much like print media, where you buy a fixed spot for a fixed duration for a fixed price, right? So assuming you want to advertise on MSN to target Singaporeans on MSN, Singapore, the local site, and you want to advertise on the homepage, you're going to buy that square banner spot for, let's say, a minimum period of 1 week at a particular fixed price based on a market rate, right? So it's not performance based, it's fixed spot buying. And number 2, what's very important is, assuming you don't have that budget to spend on a very large campaign, you can buy what is known as a run-off network, which means you can buy a whole lot of sites which are clubbed together into one category, and you can advertise your banners across that category. So you don't get premium fixed spot, but you get what is known as remnant inventory. One of the great examples of a remnant network is the Google display network, right? Because not only is it remnant network, and not only is the network very large, but also it's contextual. So for example, when I was looking for an ideal solution for my hair loss problem, Google kind of knows that, and Google kind of tracks it. Google knows that Prantik's looking for a hair loss solution, and it starts throwing up contextually relevant hair loss solution ads. Next up, social advertising. Essentially take display banner advertising, make it a bit more personalized and social, and there you have social advertising. Facebook's making about 4 billion a year from social advertising. On the professional network front, you have LinkedIn, right? So you have 2 basic baskets of social media advertising, Facebook and LinkedIn. Facebook, again, within Facebook, you have the premium advertising on what's known as sponsored stories on the home page on the right-hand side, or you have the run-off network ads which are on the non-home page. But these are brilliant because these are just not display banner ads which are interrupting your user behavior or user consumption, but rather these are socialized ads because for example, again, if I take the hair loss ad example, it would probably tell me, hey Prantik, another friend of yours, let's say Rachit, is also using it or likes this particular ad. So if a friend of mine likes or recommends something, obviously it's a no-brainer that there's a higher chance that I will go click the ad or kind of check out the product. So that's social on the personal front. On LinkedIn, there's a very interesting aspect of targeting B2B professionals, because on LinkedIn you can target by age, country, in terms of designation, salary levels. So very, very targeted. So it's not spammy, it's very relevant. So your volume may not be that large, but the advertising is very, very relevant. So on social media advertising, there are 2 basic options, Facebook and LinkedIn. Number 3, search engine marketing, or search advertising as they call it. I know a lot of you guys probably still don't realize the value of those ads that you see on the right-hand side, but it's immensely powerful. Just as a statistic, Google makes about 30 billion a year from those ads that you see on the right-hand side and on the top. So the search engine marketing ads are immensely powerful because, unlike display banner advertising, these are pull advertising. In display, you kind of push ads and interrupt the user behavior, but here you're actually throwing ads only when people are actively looking for something. So it's very, very relevant. And obviously you don't pay for space or visibility, you only pay for performance when someone clicks. So it's very relevant. So next time you see or you search for any particular keyword, when you see those ads, do pay attention, and we can always design campaigns around contextually relevant keyword searches. And lastly, mobile advertising. Now, do you guys know how many mobile phones are active in the world today? Close to about 6 billion. And for example, in a market like Singapore, about 70% of those mobile devices are smartphone devices. So reaching to targeted customers using mobile is very, very prevalent, and it's only growing. So, especially in our part of the world, in Malaysia, Indonesia, mobile is huge because, the infrastructure is growing to 3G, 4G networks, and we have, smartphones coming in. So in mobile, the traditional way of doing things is, SMS-based campaigns. Now that's very prevalent still, very, very, helpful, but some people, think of them as, spam campaigns. So we kind of don't really promote those, but what we're looking at is smartphone advertising on, the banner ads that you see within apps. So there are essentially 4 kinds of mobile banner ads. 1, click to website or brand advertising. So you see a banner ad at the bottom of an app, you click it, you go to the mobile website, right? So it's purely for brand awareness. Number 2, you have click to app store. So if a particular company has an app in the app store, if you click the banner, you go straight to the app store to download it. And that's normally we see about 10% conversions for free apps. Number 3, click to call. because some campaigns like hotels, they want people to call and take action immediately, right? So when you click that, you immediately call the hotline or the service center. And lastly, click to SMS, similar to the click to call, but slightly less intrusive, where you can SMS, you don't have to call and wait for someone to pick up the phone. Just to wrap up, 4 different kinds: display banner advertising, social media advertising on Facebook and LinkedIn, search engine advertising on Google or Yahoo, or mobile smartphone advertising, right? So we really hope that you had a good grasp and good overview of how the media world in the digital space really spends on advertising. Kind of email us or call us if you want to know more. Thanks. Bye.